A bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee investigation.
Oh, hell, this woman still got a job? Margaret still got a job. I thought they got rid of the face of the nation, this CBS crap a long time ago. A couple months ago. They didn't get rid of this crap? The fake news, the enemy of the people. I'm surprised this heifer still got a job. This heifer still got a job. I thought they shut CBS down.
Investigation found that the U.S. intelligence community's assessment of Russian interference in the 2016 election was correct. They deemed it to be so on a bipartisan basis. I'm saying that because today and yesterday, the director of the intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard, has said that she is referring for prosecution former American officials she accused of treasonous conspiracy, a years-long coup against President Trump, because they assessed Russia had tried to influence the election.
Yeah, we got it. We got them Patriots. The files are all out. Yeah, they got it. The evidence. Put Barry in jail, prison, slammer yard, turn the lights off. We got the walk. We don't care about no presidential immunity, this and that. No one is above the law. That's what y'all Democrats say every single day. No one's above the law. Yeah, I'm advocating for Barry to be walked out, Miss Margaret. And for you to lose your job. I thought you'd been lost your job. I'm surprised you still on TV. I'm surprised this woman still got a job, y'all.
This is weeks after the CIA director issued a report critiquing the tradecraft that went into that 2016 assessment. Is there any legal basis for any kind of prosecution here?
None. Absolutely none, Margaret. What you saw from the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, was not just a lie, but a very dangerous lie, because...
Put this scum in handcuffs to walk him out with his hands behind his back. The hell with CBS News. I thought that heifer lost her job. The face of the nation ought to be ashamed of itself. Roll that beautiful intro.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Well, boy, oh boy, what's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuned in right now, that you are having a great week. You're happy Monday, that you are blessed, well, and healthy. You know that you're in good spirits. Put a smile on your face. A lot's going on, you know, and as we read through the comments and what people are saying on the ground, they're saying arrest Obama or Epstein file list distraction. That's all I'm seeing. I know y'all probably seeing the same things. I know tons of you have fatigue, especially when it's with all this Epstein stuff. And there are tons of you that want full transparency, accountability. We are rooting for accountability, and I'm rooting for somebody to be walked out in handcuffs. Somebody in handcuffs, especially when it comes to old Barry. You know, I'm tired of them being trying to stay relevant. Him and his and Big Michael get on there talking about making sweet apple pie banana bread and having a gay professor and that gay you should teach your children to have gay friends. Nobody want to hear all that crap right now. Y'all got that's one reason why y'all in the hole right now, Democrats, because y'all done pushed all this woke crap on everybody and walked around with them bag of Skittles, and y'all care so much about criminals, and you send the criminals back into the community. Them are y'all heroes. You know, y'all have no common sense. Y'all ran granddaddy around, you know, and y'all plugged the machine up into the wall. It's just scandals everywhere, gates everywhere, Auto Pen Gate, Obama Gate. I tell you, y'all tried everything in the book, couldn't beat your political opponent fair and square. Then wasted all the taxpayers' money. People got their hands down in the cookie jar. Out of all the fraud and corruption that has come out and been exposed, people ought to be receiving reimbursement checks or something. I'm being honest. The American people ought to be getting a check every other day. You know, from what y'all have done to this country, man. It's a disgrace. You know. But Tulsi Gabbard says that Obama should be arrested and today officially handed the receipts to the DOJ to launch a criminal investigation into Barack Obama's manufactured Russia collusion hoax. We must see arrest. Show no mercy. Oh boy, it's getting spicy. This is getting spicy. You know, and as y'all can see it, the internet is blown up over this. And again, if you read through the comments and everything, people just want to see Obama arrested, or you know, they're saying it's either an Epstein list distraction, you know. But also one thing I know I want to report on as well with Tulsi Gabbard, they released. So today, nearly after 60 years, questioning surrounding the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., they've released 230,000 MLK assassination files. And it's available right here. Yeah, they released the files. Yep. Over 230,000 files. And you can access them. Yeah. Man, big wins with the Trump administration. Promises made, promises kept, you know. But the files that everybody really got their eyes on, and I'm just, hey, I know some people have Epstein fatigue. Some people want to move on. Millions say, we don't need to move on. No. Billions of people around the world saying we're not going to let it happen. We want accountability. Justice. We want to know everything. Full transparency. President Trump and this administration got them dragging you through the mud, Trump. Got you. They said you made a letter and you drew a naked woman on the letter. Why didn't the letter come out years ago? I'm just saying. Yeah. So yeah, Rupert, you got to pull your pants down. Daddy, you done pissed Daddy off. Why, Al? He told you not to release it. He said it was fake. You didn't want to listen. Trump say, I don't talk like that and I don't draw like that. All of a sudden a letter comes out. They want us to believe that a letter was written. Well, y'all should have showed the letter a long time ago. Why all of a sudden we just now seeing a letter? I'm just saying, it just sounds fishy to me. It just sounds fishy to me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. But they want to see Obama go to jail. I do too. I want to see Obama get arrested. He don't even got to go to jail. I just want to see him in handcuffs. If we could just get like a little glimpse, a 5-second footage photo or something of them just detaining him and let him get a feel, just a good feel of them handcuffs, just to see what they feel like, and they walk them out, you know, put them into an interrogation room, run the footage, ask them some questions or something. I'll tell you, everybody around the world be happy. Yeah, because no one is above the law, like you Democrats always say. We caught you, Barry. And y'all come on here trying to stay relevant, giving people advice, telling people what to do with their kids. Get out of people's lives. Y'all done already didn't ran it down into the ground. And in the last 4 years, y'all done went so woke, y'all done ran everybody out the door. They say the party has left me. And everybody just become an independent, or y'all done created new Trump voters every single day. I'm just saying. And the only messaging y'all have is Trump is bad, Trump the boogeyman, Trump dictator, Trump threat to democracy, our sweet apple pie democracy. That's the only messaging y'all have, that Trump is bad. And guess what? It don't work. People are done with the crap.
Welcome back. DNI Tulsi Gabbard now claims to have uncovered evidence the Trump-Russia collusion investigation resulted from, quote, manufactured intelligence. She says it was designed to discredit the president-elect back in 2016. Here she is yesterday.
There's no question in my mind that this intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered be published, which contained a manufactured intelligence document. It's worse than even politicization of intelligence. It was manufactured intelligence.
All right, Justice correspondent David Spunt is live out of Washington, D.C. for us. Good morning, David. What can you tell us?
Hey, Jillian, good morning. In 6 months, it'll be 2026, but for some, 2016 will not go away, and this administration has no plans for it to go away, uncovering new information. DNI Gabbard believes that Team Obama altered intelligence from Russia in saying Russia was not involved in the 2016 election to Russia was involved in the 2016 election shortly before Trump took office. She sent information for the DOJ and the FBI for possible prosecution.
This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an issue that is so serious it should concern every single American because it has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic.
Fox News Digital obtained a declassified copy of the presidential daily
Democratic Republic
brief for President Obama dated December 8th, 2016. It reads in part, we assess that Russian and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting malicious cyber activities against election infrastructure. It continues, Russian government-affiliated actors most likely compromised an Illinois voter registration database and unsuccessfully attempted the same in other states. But in 2020, a bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee investigation found that while the Trump may not have accepted Russian help, Russia did meddle in some form or another. The chairman of the Intel Committee at the time was Marco Rubio, then Florida senator, now the top diplomat to the United States. And in 2020, he put out a statement that said, the committee found absolutely no evidence that then candidate Donald Trump or his campaign colluded with the Russian government to meddle in the 2016 election. What the committee did find, however, is very troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. Senator Jim Himes is a Democrat from Connecticut on the Senate Intelligence Committee.
Tulsi Gabbard accusing a former president of treason. Let's see if they bring charges. They won't. They won't, because there's not a judge in the land, not a single judge, who will treat this with anything other than laughter that will be heard from the Atlantic to the Pacific in this country.
Himes pointed to the fact that Russians connected to the Kremlin bought Facebook ads to damage Clinton's campaign, hoping it would prop up Trump's campaign. But Tulsi Gabbard says she wants it investigated by law enforcement. Back to you.
All right, David Spunt in Washington for us this morning. Thank you.
So more on this. I want to bring in investigative journalist Matt Taibbi. Matt, thanks for joining our program today, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
A lot of the usual suspects, Clapper, Comey, Brennan, et cetera. But also Barack Obama is mentioned in a lot of this. And you read at Racket News that a source had told you that Obama is now, quote, center square in the Russiagate scam. Go ahead and explain that. Then I've got questions for you after that.
Sure. So the last major revelation that came out was that John Brennan and James Comey were the focus of criminal investigations that have been opened by the Justice Department. But these new documents that were released by Tulsi Gabbard and the Director of National Intelligence make it clear that the investigation is now aimed at the Obama White House, and in particular at Barack Obama, because of decisions that were made in early December of 2016 to suppress the presidential daily briefing and go ahead and order a new intelligence community assessment that ultimately would have much more aggressive conclusions about Trump and Russia.
So a lot of this, December of 2016 into January of 2017, I'm assuming also. You know, but Trump's people were in there for 4 years. And the current CIA director had his job for 8 months at the time. Did his people fail him? Why wasn't there more urgency on this and Trump 1.0 as there is now?
Yeah, that's a complaint I heard a lot over the weekend from people who have been following this, and even from former officials who are close to Trump. One of them said to me, a former high-ranking Trump official said there was, quote, so much corruption in the last Trump presidency that this shouldn't have been overlooked, that these documents should have come out. Absolutely. But the overall sense I get is that everyone's happy that they finally are coming out, and they're looking forward to what is likely to come out this week.
Okay, another question about Russia. Is the allegation they were trying to influence our election, or is the allegation that they actually changed votes? I think we need to be clear on that. What can we say?
So it's both. the Democrats are making a lot of hay over this apples and oranges issue that there was never any question that they didn't actually change vote tallies, but they did influence the election. Actually, there was some question about whether they had the ability to influence the election. There were quotes earlier from that year with the FBI saying they didn't have any evidence that they had done so, and they were uncomfortable making that statement.
Oh boy.
There were also quotes saying that they lacked evidence that Russia had the ability to impact the outcome of the election. So all of this would have been passed on to somebody like Michael Flynn, because presidents-elect are entitled to receive the presidential daily briefing. That's why this is important. It's not so much what the PDB did say, it's what it didn't say. It didn't say that there was a sweeping conspiracy to help Trump. And if they had that, it would have been a very different political picture going forward.
Okay, looks like it's the DOJ's calling.
And here, we'll let this scum finish off.
Tulsi Gabbard was not just a lie, but a very dangerous lie, because when you start throwing around language like sedition and treason, somebody's going to get hurt. Now, you pointed out that the Senate committee, then led by Marco Rubio, a Republican and now Secretary of State, found unanimously that Russia meddled in the election to try to assist Donald Trump. John Durham, special counsel appointed by Donald Trump, investigated this, found that the Senate report was correct. Now, what Tulsi is doing, it's a little sleight of hand, but it's worth focusing on. She is saying that the Intelligence Committee early on said that the Russians could not use cyber tools to mess with the voting infrastructure, the machines that tally our votes. And that was true then, and it is true now. Though the Russians tried to break into a couple of states, election technical infrastructure, they didn't do it. But it is well known and well established that the Russians hacked into the DNC and undertook any number of other influence operations, including buying reams of Facebook ads to discredit Hillary Clinton. That is not in contention, right? And what is horrifying about this whole lie out of Gabbard is, number one, it puts people at risk. And right now, the mouth breathers on MAGA online are just going out of their minds based on a lie. And number two, the intelligence community is full of very, very good people who do their jobs every single day. And now they're watching their leader do something that each and every one of them knows is dishonest. And it is a really, really bad thing for the safety and security of the American people when that dynamic is out there.
That Senate report is online. The findings are there. But I understand your distinction there, and it's an important one in influence versus physical hacking.
By the way, Margaret, if I may, you asked about the referral. Here's the test. This is Epstein all over again. Criminal referrals. We're going to prosecute Barack Obama. Treasonous and seditious. Here's the thing, and I hope that 4, 5, 6 weeks from now, don't take it from this Democrat. 4, 5, 6 weeks from now, let's see if this administration, Tulsi Gabbard accusing a former president of treason, let's see if they bring charges. They won't. They won't, because there's not a judge in the land, not a single judge, who will treat this with anything other than laughter that will be heard from the Atlantic to the Pacific in this country. So the test of this is 4, 5, 6 weeks from now, is the DOJ bringing charges? And the answer to that is no. And now we're going to be in Epstein world, where wait a minute, treasonous conspiracy by a former president. Why isn't the Department of Justice bringing charges? And the answer to that question is that it is a lie.